Shalom, shalom. Morning to our praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, our Park Wadash. Double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the Akim, the Afwakim, and the Wafbanim, that's the elect men, women, and children in the Hebrew. Shout out to the house of David. Yeah, man. This thing is rolling on nicely. This thing is rolling on nicely, man. All praises, we're in the year 2020, year of prophecy. Yeah, another walk and talk. Another walk and talk. Yeah, good bit of fresh air for today. Yeah, man. So we see these prophecies are in full, starting to become more evident, more obvious for people to see, for more people to see. More people are coming to realize about the chip. A lot of the unbelievers and the scoffers were coming against Great Millstone, you know, but now it's becoming more and more evident that who the devil is, Esau is, becoming more and more evident who the devil is and who the children of Yahshua is. More and more evident who the children of Israel are. And the only thing that's going to happen when Esau starts to show his horns, it's just going to become more and more obvious who they are, and more obvious who we are, that we are the children of Israel, man. Romans 8:16. Spirit bears witness that we are the children of Yahshua. And things are starting to bear witness. People are coming to understand about the microchip. Is not too far around the corner. Willie D mentioned it, you know, and he was going into it, man. He was going into it like as if he was, you know, he was breaking it down, man, nicely, in a logical way, you know. Some tyrant Nasheed was breaking down, yeah, they're going to try and introduce a certificate to show that you've been vaccinated, and that's not far from showing a way where they can introduce the chip, because the chip's going to have all your information on it, all your data. So they say, to make things more simple, to show that you have been so-called vaccinated, you know. But there's so much evidence out there about what they're saying is lies, because, you know, Esau is a forger of lies. Esau is a forger of lies, man. Yeah, we're going to bring out a script. Bring out a script, man. Because the scriptures speak for themselves, man. Ecclesiasticus 51:2 says, "For thou art my defender and helper, and hast preserved my body from destruction and from the snares of the slanderers." Yeah, you know who the slanderers are. And they're slandering the 12 tribes of Israel now, saying that we are the face of this COVID-19. They're trying to make us the face of the COVID-19, saying that the underlying issues that we have, trying to say that it's all comes from the urban areas, the inner city areas. So for thou art my defender, Ecclesiasticus 51:2 says, "For thou art my defender and helper, and hast preserved my body from destruction and from the snares of the slanderous tongue, and from the lips that forge lies, and has been mine helper against mine adversaries." That's right. So it shows that, you know, that there are slandering tongue. Esau has a slanderous tongue, and he's trying to slander Yahshua. And like I say, it's going to become more and more evident that we are the children of Yahshua. The Spirit bears witness, and the Spirit bears witness who they are, who the E's are, because they can't hide their horns, man. cannot hide their horns. Just take it in while you can. Bring out another precept to the slanderous, lying people. Psalms 11:2 says, For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privately shoot at the upright in heart. Yeah. So they're setting all their, everything's in place, making sure everything's in place now. For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow. Yeah, they're making it all ready now. Making sure everything's in place for the RFID chip, you know. And they want to put, they're talking about social distancing and having a mask. I know over in America and a lot of the states saying it's mandatory now to wear masks, to have a social distancing. If you're going in the grocery shops, if you want to use public transport, have your mandatory to wear a mask. And I saw on one of the social media sites that they was kicking off a lot of the jakes, a couple of the jakes off the buses. They're not wearing their masks. You know, the COVID-19 masks. So they, you know, first it was the Chinese thing. Yeah, the Chinese virus, they was calling it. Now they want to try and make it be, you know, the so-called black man's virus, so-called black people virus. We know that they're cooking the books. As I'm going to put up a video about Tariq Nasheed saying how they're cooking the books. That one up later at some stage. That's what they're doing, man. Trying to make us the face of this COVID-19 thing. So trying to cook the books. For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string. Upon the string they may privately shoot at the upright in heart. Who's the upright in heart? It ain't them. The Spirit bears witness that we are the children of Yahshua, man. And we are the ones that are doing what is right. And on the street corners, right now there's a lockdown, so you got more and more, less and less people being out there, you know. But brothers are getting busy using that tech. You know, brother introduced me to the tech, so now we can do our thing on the live stream effectively, you know. For lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privately shoot at the upright in heart. You know, they're only going to be able to do what the Most High allows them to do. Yehovah allows them to do. Let's get another precept. Psalms 55. Yeah, and 21 says. Start from 19. It says, God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Right. Selah, pause, breathe, take it in. Take your time. God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old, because they have not no changes, therefore they fear not God. That's the wicked. All those that are scheming against Yahshua's children. The E's, the Goyim, the wicked of our own people. Right. For God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Because they have no changes, therefore they fear not God. He hath put forth his hands against such as to be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. Yeah. Over 500 covenants they broke with the so-called Native American Indians, the Northern tribe. but he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Yeah, man, we can see that every time they do their press conference over there in America. Just listen to the words what they speak, man. His words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Right, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn salt. Yeah, cooking the books. And we can see what they're doing. All those who have a discerning eye can see that his words are smoother than butter. But he totally, whatever he speaks, he has an interior motive. Here's another precept. Psalms 119. We're going to start from 69. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my heart. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my whole heart. Their heart is as fat as a grease. Their heart is as fat as grease. Yeah, their heart is fat like all that. Yeah, you heard of that? You heard of that thing called lard? That fat. You know, a lot of those you know, that it's a poor man's fried food. And I remember a lot of us was brought up on that. Our parents used to use that lard. Very fatty and very unhealthy. Right. Their heart is as a fat as grease. You know, that oily, greasy stuff, lard, man. You know, but I delight in the law. Their heart is as fat as grease. Yeah, man. I'll start again, man. I'll start again. Take it in, take your time. From the top. Psalms 119:69 says, the proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my whole heart. Their heart is as fat as grease, but I delight in the law. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. The law of thy mouth is better upon me than thousands of gold and silver. Woo! The law of thy mouth is better upon me than thousands of gold and silver. Right, that's the wisdom, man. So when you hear the laws and the precepts and the statutes and you put them into practice, that's what you call wisdom. So that's our goal. That's the goal. That's the ultimate goal. We can read the precepts, we can quote them, and that's all well and good. Putting it, but that's where it is. That's where the value comes in. It says there, the law of thy mouth is better upon me than thousands of gold and silver. Whoa, so that's very, 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 very highly esteemed, very valuable. And that's when you put it into practice. Because the scriptures in Proverbs talk about how wisdom is worth more than gold and silver, and to search for it, search it out as if it was gold and silver, because it's more valuable. The law of thy mouth is better upon me than thousands of gold and silver. So that's when you put it into practice. So yes, we can read the scriptures, we can quote them, we can remember them, but they become valuable, really valuable when you put them into practice. Yes, man, all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So yeah, man, spiritual power, we can see that. We know it's already here. You know, the Most High allowed us to gain that through the precepts, a low level of spiritual power, to remember the precepts, to apply the precepts, to see with a spiritual eye what the E's are doing, planning, setting the stage to introduce the RFID chip. And for us to be able to see that, it was all through the power and the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. Through the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Low level spiritual power. All praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Yeah, man, I keep having them dreams that we may well, which the apostles are saying, we may well have to become, you know, as they say, pilgrims, man. Because a lot of the dreams I'm having when it comes to spiritual power, I'm moving around. The last one I had, I was moving around on roofs, just running from roof to roof, moving from roof to roof. You know, someone was pursuing me. And in one of my other videos, I mentioned about my former pastor, you know, which he could represent the Satan, you know, the wicked. My former pastor, the fact that I was in there for so long, in that church for so long, 20 plus years, the wicked Jehovah's Witnesses, under that white supremacy and all the lies and exploitation that they do, and all the elders had us under that spell, and I escaped that spell. That's a low level spiritual power, man. That is spiritual power on a lower level. So the pastor's not happy about that. The elders, you know, they call themselves elders. Really, they should call themselves devils. Call them Jehovah's Witness elders. You know, oppressors. You know. So, like I say, I was a pilgrim in this dream, moving around, and the pastor was pursuing me. I just leaped up and away, and flew away, man. Moving upon roofs, from roof to roof, you know. And some of them roofs, yeah, you have to step lightly, man. If you don't step right, they crash through. And I was stepping on them roofs, moving from place to place, coming down, moving around, almost like I was being able to phase and hiding, being a pilgrim, man. So some of us may become pilgrims. Hear the ducks. Yeah, we may have to become more pilgrims, man. When they start to really come in like a flood, as the scripture says, man, in Isaiah. Let me get that one. But we shouldn't fear that, because as it says, let me read it. Them dreams are just probably showing, well, not probably, for sure, the Most High boosting my spirit, you know, because He can use many ways to boost our spirit. He can do it through visual means, by us seeing the chariots. He can do it through the spirit, through dreams, as it talks about in Job 33, you know, in the vision of the night. As a matter of fact, I might get that one too. But this one, Isaiah 59:19 says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and His glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him." Yeah, and it was in that dream when I saw the pastor, a demon, a devil, trying to move to me. You know, I just saw him, I had my eye on him. He came around the corner, and I just, boom, up and away. I landed on a roof, and I was just watching him from a distance. You know, as I said earlier, like a pilgrim. So shall the fear of the name of the Lord from the west, and His glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him, and the Redeemer shall come into Zion unto them that turn from transgression. In Jacob saith the Lord. Right. And the Redeemer shall come into Zion unto them that turn from transgression. In Jacob saith the Lord. Yeah, man. So we turn from transgression through the power and the Spirit of Yahuwah by lifting me up out of that spell of Jehovah's Witnesses. And all for all those that are still in there, you're under a spell, man. And if there's any elect still in there, like I say, you got to get out. I'm sure you can see what Esau's planning, and Esau's setting the stage now. If you're of the elect, wherever you may be, you know, because a lot of people who they're not in the truth at the moment can even point out what the mark of the beast is. Like I say, man, they can see it because they're using logic. But if they're of the elect, the Most High going to bring them out, man, of whatever they're doing, whatever folly they're doing, Christianity, whatever other folly they're doing. If they're into that musical business, that corrupt business, most are going, if they're of the elect, most are going to lift them up out of there. You know? Yeah, man. The Redeemer shall come into Zion unto them that turn from transgressions in Jacob, saith the Lord. Yeah. To 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, and the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Yeah, and I put up that video, the Green Lantern, you know, and called many are called but few are chosen. Because some of the dreams, I relate to that. I relate to a lot of these superhero movies. A lot of the dreams are very, there's a lot of symbolism in a lot of these superhero movies, man. Like the Avengers 1, the Avengers 2, Avengers Age of Ultron, the Avengers Infinity Wars, Green Lantern, the Incredible Hulk. A lot of the dreams are very, I can relate to a lot of them superhero movies. And there's a lot of symbolism in them. Superman, I put up a video called Isaiah 54 verse 17. Yeah, there is no weapon that is formed against us. So the Most High are going to show what we can do. We already know what Esau can do with his carnal weapons, but the Most High are going to show what he can do. You know? I'll read it again, man. Isaiah 51 is going to show what he can do. Isaiah 59, 19 says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, and the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Yahweh Yahushua going to show what he can do against all these carnal weapons that Esau has. Prehistoric weapons. He says that he's going to lift up a standard, man. So we're going to see that with our own eyes. Like I say, I'm going to get one more preset, man. Mosai, you know, like I say, Mosai can use various ways to lift up our spirit, to boost our spirit. Like I say, I see chariots. I saw a load of chariots, which I put up on my video, in military formation. I'll get that. In military formation. You see, anyway, you don't need to see what I can just see right now. I'm walking away. Job 33. Some people just love attention, boy. Job 33. And 15 it says, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed, then he opened the ears of men and sealeth their instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from men. Yeah. So he, you know, that's what another means which he can do to boost your spirit through dreams and visions, man. And like I say, I get a lot of those. So we have spiritual power now on a low level, but Yahweh Yahushua going to show what he can do on a higher level, on a high level, on a supernatural level, on an out of this world level. Isaiah 54:17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. Yahweh Yahushua going to show what he can do with his people on a high level. Yeah, man, I'm going to end off with that. You know, give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Arakah Kwadash. Shalom to Ali Akim. I'm going to continue to boost your spirit, continue to boost your immune system by getting into the herbs Akim. They're trying to scare us and cook the books, saying that we're the face of this you know, this plague, these viruses. But keep healthy, stay away from them doctors, them wicked forgers of lies. because that's what doctor means, to falsify. Stay away from the ventilators. Governor Cuomo, we need more ventilators, and I put up a video on Dr. Shiva telling you what them ventilators are capable of doing to you. So you stay away from them hospitals, stay away from the ventilators, stay spiritually strong, get onto the herbs if you're not already on them, and with the blessing of Yahweh Hoshai, we're gonna do this. There is no weapon that is formed against us shall prosper. Kala Yahweh Bashim Hoshai. Shalom.